Good day, everybody. This is Darren the Devil, back with Devilish Scents. I would like to welcome all the sinners, rebels, and nocturnus. Thank you for coming by today. Today, in another beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest, I will be going over my top 3 most worn fragrances of 2020. Stay tuned. Like I was saying, this is Darren the Devil back with Devilish Scents, and before we get started, I would like to say my drink of the day is Hazy Strawberry Hard Cider by Titan Cider Works. This is over in Yakima, Washington State. Did want to mention this is 6.9% because a lot of people say that cider's for women. Well, man up, guys. This has more alcohol than a traditional amber. Let's get into it. My top 3 most worn of 2020. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. My number 3, so the least worn of my least worn of the most worn. So number 3, as you can see, is Geza Schoen's self-entitled fragrance, Geza Schoen by Project Renegades. This is a brand that he started with 2 other independent or renegade perfumers of the perfume industry. And I will show you the back real fast. It has gunshots and I just lost the cap or the front there. Well, it is magnetic, so that does make sense. Yes, that is magnetic. Sometimes I put it on the fridge just to show off, but yeah, pretty awesome presentation there. I will be doing a full review on all 3 of these fragrances as they are beautiful compositions, and you will see a theme in all of these as they are all Geza Schoen compositions, my favorite perfumer. So, Geza Schoen's self-entitled fragrance for Project Renegades. This is, in a nutshell, a juniper berry aromatic fragrance that has some ambery undertones. So this starts off beautiful lemonade with lime, very sparkly opening. It's gorgeous with that juniper berry, giving it some aromatic spice with some of that zingy zest and that citrus, which is like realistic, guys. Every note in this is like a realistic note. The juniper berry is the MVP in this and plays throughout every form of the way, all the way to the dry down. So this fragrance does, or is supposed to, and does an awesome job at representing or reminiscing the juniper berry tree. And he did every aspect of it. He got the juniper berries, he got the woodiness, and what this is after that citrusy opening, you start to get a little bit of green tea, and it dries down to a mysterious, gorgeous composition. What it brings in is some myrrh, some incense, gives it a little bit of smokiness with that spiciness. That black pepper is also very prominent in the notes, and there's just an amalgamation of a lot of Geza Schoen's signature notes, including black pepper, juniper berry, that ISO-E super. There's not ambroxan listed, but there's a blast of ambroxan. And what he does is he brings the amalgamation of his signature notes in a gorgeous way. They say that this is an eau de cologne concentration, but it is 25%. It lasts on me about 6 to 8, 9 hours, depending on the situation or day. This isn't anytime, anywhere fragrance, but I find it gets the best performance in rainy spring days. And this is one of my signature scents. So, I think I've said enough about that. I've raved about that enough. If you want to hear more of detail about this, I will get into it in the full review. Geza Schoen by Project Renegades. Number 2. Oh man, this one was really close between number 3 and number 2. Woo! Woo! Now, Ormond Jane. A lot of you might be thinking it's going to be Montebaco, but it's actually Champaca. Oh my gosh. I love this fragrance. And as you can see, this is 120 ml. I've worn about 60 ml in this. So this is number 2. So there, I would say there's about 40 to 50% in there. Look at that, guys. Used a F load of that. And I've had this about 4 months. So when I first got it, I wasn't wearing it too much because it was the winter time, and this wears best in spring, summer days. What it is Champaca. Even that what it is it starts off with the airy bamboo that leads to a Champaca, but that bamboo brings a green vibe all the way through with this Champaca, and it's just gorgeous. And when it dries down, it does. Sorry, there's a fly flying around me and messing with me right now, and the devil doesn't mess with that. I'm all about business. So, yeah, and once it gets to the dry down, you get a myrrh, and this is also a Geza Schoen composition, and it's just gorgeous. All 3 of these are Geza Schoen compositions. As I said, the myrrh in here brings a seductive quality with that Champaca. The green vibe eventually does subside from that bamboo, but you're just left with that Champaca. You get that green tea vibe that's kind of left off, and what you're getting is just an airy Champaca, a little bit of myrrh, bringing a seductive vibe to this. There's nothing dirty to this. There's no patchouli. Sometimes I do mix a little bit of patchouli essential oil with this just to give it a little bit more heft in the dry down. So, number 3. Now, this is a special fragrance. This is going to be, my next review. This is 9mm by Ballistic Therapy. This is a new composition made in 2019, the tail end of 2019. It wasn't available in the US until 2020, with the slogan of, "Now what kind of man are you?" inside the bottle there, which is very hard to see with the, there we go. What kind of man are you? In the slogan inside the bottle there. Very awesome. And there is a 9mm bullet inside, and the only way to get that out is to break the bottle and to retrieve it. I will be doing a full review. This will be my next review, as I said, but I am editing some collaboration reviews that I did that's going to be posted for my birthday vacation travels through Oregon. So, Ballistic Therapy 9mm. I did mention this in the collaboration I did with Brandon from Therapeutic Fragrance that should be posted anytime now. So this is a smoky amalgamation, the most creative fragrance from Geza Schoen in my collection, and I have about 15 plus bottles of his perfumes because he is my favorite perfumer. Now this starts with a gorgeous gun smoke. This is based off of Chinese alchemists creating gunpowder that was supposed to be an elixir of life. And what he did with Ballistic Therapy, was created a gorgeous perfume. It's not really gorgeous, it has some heft to it. It's a smoky amalgamation of gunpowder, which starts off kind of like a clove vibe with chimney smoke and smoke of a matchstick. Once you put that out, there's that in there, and peat of a chimney. It's all those amalgamation of notes creating a smoky vibe throughout this perfume. There's a big dose of ISO-y super that you catch all the way in the opening that does lead this perfume on. Now, in the mids, there are some florals, but you don't really catch them. It just brings in some heft with some jasmine, aka Hideon, in this, and red pepper, bringing in a little bit of spice and some sweetness to this composition. So this was my signature fragrance. As you can see, this was 100 ml, and there's about 20 ml left, I would say. I cannot wait to get my second bottle. I already stocked up because I will always have this in my collection. So wait for the full reviews if you want full details. And I wanted to do something special because this is my 1-year anniversary of Devilish Scents. So what I'm going to do, guys, is spray on all 3 of these. It's going to be horrible because these do not work together, and I should have thought about this. So, oh God, let's do it on arm. I washed for a reason. 1 spray each because I'm devilish, but dang. My most worn, Champaca, going on first. Or no, second most worn. I'm gonna go with the least worn going on. Now, what's really gonna be horrible about this is when I put on the 9mm, because it's gonna bring a smoky vibe with that Champaca in this. It's actually not bad when it's just the Geza Schoen and the Champaca, because it's bringing a airy green Champaca vibe with the already green juniper berry and the black pepper that you catch in the Geza Schoen. Gosh, I love this. I love this fragrance. Okay, this is when it's gonna get weird, guys. Oh man, and as you can see, this is like a bullet sprayer. I'll go ahead and spray it one more right here so you have a good, oh gosh. Oh, as you can see, it's like a hose, guys. Woo! It's actually not bad. Actually not bad at all. Let me try to break this down. It's the smoky ISO-y super. It's kind of gross with the an undertone of the juniper berry and the black pepper. There's black pepper just leading all the way through these compositions except for the Champaca. And the Champaca is pretty much completely lost. Although it is bringing a softness to this composition. Not bad. I guess if you're going to do a 3-way tie, you might as well go with the Devilish blend. This is Darren the Devil back with Devilish Scents. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like down below. And if you're just catching me today, please subscribe if you liked what you saw. And to all my viewers and subscribers, thanks for riding with the devil and keeping it locked with me. Ha!